Hi class, let's take a look at example 2. And example 2 is slightly different than the previous one that we did. And we first have to actually rewrite it into a form that we're going to be able to do the trig substitution. So we still have the integral of x to the second over the square root of technically 3 squared minus your x squared. So in this situation, a is equal to the values of 3. I'm just going to box this in. So you have a constant minus an x squared. That's going to be the sine one. So a constant minus an x squared, this is going to be our substitution. So let me actually rewrite it. In this case, we could simply I'll just let x equal to 3 sine of theta, which is going to give us that the x is equal to 3 cosine of theta d theta, and this one's going to be messy. Okay, so let's take a look. So let me first evaluate the x squared. So we're looking at, this is equivalent to the integral, and this will be 3 sine of theta, technically squared. Oops, I forgot the dx. Now your dx, it's going to be a 3 cosine of theta d theta over the square root of, let me just write it as 9 minus technically the 3 sine of theta squared. Okay, and at this point, we're going to simplify it as much as we can. Careful with the constants. So on the numerator, we technically have the integral, and this is going to be 9 sine squared of theta times the values of 3 cosine of theta d theta over the square root of 9 minus 9 sine squared of theta. And what you're going to see on these integrals is the same pattern. You're going to be able to factor, in this case, a constant, and everything should simplify nicely. So in this case, we're looking at the actual integral, and I'm not going to multiply the 9 and the 3 since that value is going to cancel. So you have 9 sine squared of theta times 3 cosine of theta d theta over, and this will be 3 square root of 1 minus sine squared of theta. And then, well, the identity that we're going to use here is that cosine squared of theta plus sine squared of theta is equal to 1. So 1 minus sine squared is equal to cosine squared. So cosine squared of theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared of theta. And let me just take this to the next page. So at this point, let me cancel the 3's so that we don't carry that. And we still have the integral. I'm just going to put the 9 on the outside. So this is equivalent to 9 integral. And on the top, we have the sine squared of theta times the cosine, no square though, cosine of theta d theta over the square root, and this is going to be the cosine squared of theta. So on the good news, the square root cancels the squared. So I'm just going to rewrite it as 9 integral of sine squared of theta times cosine of theta over a regular cosine of theta d theta. And as stated on the previous problem, all of these should cancel, but it's going to take a while for it to cancel. So in this case, this is equal to 9 integral of the sine squared of theta d theta. Now, let me wait a minute. I could ask you on one of these because as you can see, this one, I think we're going to have to go into the next page. Meaning that it could go on and on and on just to basically do the trig substitution and do not evaluate the integral. So in that scenario, this would have been your final answer. Now for this one, we're going to finish it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the identity. So in this case, sine squared is equal to the 1/2. And let me see. Well, it's just going to be 1 minus cosine of 2 theta. And we can now rewrite this as 9 integral of 1/2 times 1 minus cosine of 2 theta d theta. And let me extract the actual constant to the outside. So we're looking at this one is equal to 9/2 times the integral of 1 minus cosine of 2 theta d theta. And let me just move the integral up here. I think we can fit it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the 9/2 on the outside. So this is going to be equivalent to 9/2 times. And let me break down the actual... No, I think we're fine. Let me actually evaluate both of these. So for the value of 1, we're just going to get a theta. And then we're going to get technically a minus... and in this case, it's going to be 1/2 sine of 2 theta plus the constant of integration. Let me actually write it in the same color. So this is theta and then minus 1/2. So we're looking at a sine of 2 theta plus the values of c. So let me just multiply those two. Technically it should be 9/2 of c, but since we don't have initial conditions, you can just leave it as c. So we end up with 9 theta over 2 minus 9/4 sine of 2 theta plus c. Okay, now it's not our final answer, and in order to express it as technically sines and cosines, actually not sines and cosines, sorry, our original variable happens to be x's. We're probably gonna, it's probably best if we use that identity to replace this sine of 2 theta with an equivalent value of. So let me remove this and let me put the arrow that I had originally in this direction. Okay, so I'm going to use the following identity. There's an identity that goes sine of 2 theta is equal to 2 sine of theta cosine theta. So 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. So what that gives us is another way to rewrite the integral. This is 9/2 of theta minus, and this 2 is going to cancel with that 2. So 9/2 of sine of theta cosine of theta plus c. And let me just box this in. This 4 reduces with that 2. And let me just rewrite it here. And then we're going to do the evaluation of the variable. So we're still looking at 9/2 of theta minus 9/2 of sine of theta cosine of theta plus the constant of c. And then we have to go back at the original triangle that belongs to this one. So this is the triangle. So we're looking at this particular one. So we technically have this situation going on in here. That's your theta. And then the adjacent happens to be, well, the substitution. So in this case, this is the square root of 9 minus x squared. So this is 9 minus x squared. The hypotenuse was 3 and then x. So this is 3 and then x. Now, for the values of theta, I'm going to go back to the substitution. So our substitution happened here. So technically, this is equivalent to x divided by 3 is equal to sine of theta. Or if you express it just in terms of theta, your theta value, so this is theta is equal to the sine inverse of x over 3. That's supposed to be a sine inverse, or the arcsine. Okay, so we're looking at our final answer here to be, well, 9/2 times the sine inverse of x divided by 3 minus 9/2 times your sine value. It's actually given to be opposite over hypotenuse. So your opposite, or opposite is x over 3. And then times your cosine. So our cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent, that would be the square root of 9 minus x squared divided by 3 plus c. And then let me simplify these as much as possible. So this is still the 9/2 sine inverse of x over 3 from this fraction. Well, 3 and 3 cancels the 9. So we're looking at minus x over 2 so x divided by 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared plus the constant c. Okay, so let me box in our final answer. And as you can see, this one is, no, it's about the size of every problem. So they're just messy because of the substitution that we're using.